It's quite the find. Hello friends, and welcome back to Crow's Thrifty Finds. My name is Melanie. I'm coming to you from my car today because I'm on my lunch break from work, but I wanted to do today's video as a bolo video, something to definitely work on picking up, and it is something that I've talked about before, but I've never really kind of narrowed in on it. And the other day I was taking stuff out of my shed that's seasonal that I wanted to, get into my basement where I take my pictures for my listings. And, I was thinking about holiday items because the holidays are coming. We've got, Halloween, of course, coming up, and then Thanksgiving and Christmas. So all those seasonal items, it's kind of getting to be that time to bring them out and start listing them if they're not listed already. So one item in particular that sells very well, not just during the holidays, but actually kind of all year. It's a good bolo to pick up. And if you haven't picked it up, you should definitely pick them up, after you do a little research just to make sure you've got something good. And that item is Department 56. Now, Department 56 makes a lot of villages. They're not just Christmas villages. You see that probably the most, but Department 56 does villages for other seasons, and they have a ton of collaborations that they've done with other people and companies and, just different stores and movies and all kinds of different collaborations that they've done. So it's not just your, cute little house that's decorated for the holidays, or a church. It's all kinds of different things that Department 56 does. And there are so many bolos for Department 56. So not every Department 56 is incredibly valuable, and I've mentioned this in another video before, but just a reminder, and in case you didn't see the other video, Department 56 is weird because a lot of the times vintage stuff is the more valuable stuff, but when it comes to Department 56, the oldest stuff is actually often less valuable than some of the newer stuff, and you're going to understand when I talk about some of these items that are more valuable by Department 56. So today I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about, values, and I'm going to focus especially on the ones that are the most valuable. Those are the ones you really want to find, right? You want to find the most valuable ones. So we're going to talk about Department 56 villages, houses, figures that sell in the hundreds. And understand that, you may have to pay up a little bit for these items because most people that have Department 56 stuff, they kind of know what they have to a point. They may not realize how rare something they have is, but, I imagine you probably won't often get a Department 56 house for $1. It's happened to me. It has, but it's very rare. So, you're probably going to be paying $15, $20, $25, but, you pay $25 for something that's actually valued at $300, $25 doesn't feel like so bad of an investment. So let's talk about these Department 56 bolos and see which ones you really want to be on the lookout for the most. First off, we have National Lampoon. Now, this is a series in general collaboration that Department 56 did, and this is one that you definitely want to be on the lookout for. It is not just one house. There are a lot of different ones, but I'm going to highlight this one because this sold recently for very high, and that is Boss Shirley's house. Now, this one sold used for $1,225. So we're starting off with a bang here, folks. This is this is a really good one to find if you're so fortunate. And what's nice about Department 56 is most people save the boxes and store these items in the boxes because they're breakable. So but I find that the foam that they come in, it ships very well. Like, I don't know that I've ever had a Department 56 item broke. So, but yes, you want to have the box. That obviously will help the value too. But yes, you figure this sold for $1,225 used. You can only imagine how much more it would sell for new, often, sometimes even twice as much. Next, we have the Empire State Building, Department 56. There's some New York themed Department 56 in general that is very desirable. People want it. So yeah, you want to be on the lookout for this Empire State Building. That's sold for $1,500. That is a lot of money. Next, this is an actual Christmas themed item. Because like I said, Department 56 is not just Christmas themed stuff. But this is the Christmas Story leg lamp factory. Super cute. Now this sold for $1,100 pre-owned. So again, could sell for more, if you're fortunate enough to find it new. But great payday and definitely something to be on the lookout for. And like I said, often, when you've got these ones that are based on movies, there's more than one valuable one. It's not just this one. So yeah, but this one seems to sell the highest. So that's kind of why I'm highlighting these. Next, we have Honey of a Ham store. I am not a big fan of ham. And as a matter of fact, I have many, many memories of my family getting honey of a ham growing up for Easter. And it was always like, oh no, not this. But let me tell you, if I see honey of a ham, Department 56, I for sure will be picking it up. Because look at what this sold for. This sold for $956.56. That is amazing. So I will be always looking for that honey of a ham. Now next, like I said, Department 56, not just about Christmas, often about Halloween. They have a lot of Halloween sets that are valuable. And this one, well, it's kind of Christmas, but also kind of Halloween, depending on which side of the coin you choose. But this is Nightmare Before Christmas. This is a tree house. And this thing sold for $787. So whether you decide it's Christmas or Halloween, one thing everybody can agree on is Nightmare Before Christmas is valuable. There's actually a lot of valuable Nightmare Before Christmas things in general. It's a very popular movie. It's kind of like becoming like a cult classic almost. But yeah, Department 56 is no exception. $757 for this treehouse. Next, another Halloween figure. We have a Halloween carnival ride called the Scream. And this sold for $525. So, this is more of your non-collaborated, just generic Department 56. But look at that. The Halloween stuff sells really, really good. So you definitely want to look it up if you see Halloween Department 56, because a lot of it is desirable, collectible. Next, we have the Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, going back to Christmas stuff. But there is a lot of items from this Grinch line that are valuable. I'm just highlighting the Grinch department store as it sold for $400. So that is a very good payday. Next, this is again from the New York series, but it just sold so well I got to show it. Rockefeller Plaza. Now this one's a little different because it's animated. So there are some Department 56 sets that are animated. I would say the animated ones do tend to be pretty valuable. So if you see animated Department 56, definitely worth looking up in general. So this one here, Rockefeller Plaza, again ties in with the New York collection, $400 new. So you figure you find it used, $200. I don't know about you, but I'd be pretty thrilled if I paid $25, for Rockefeller Plaza and sold it for $200. Good stuff. Now here is next an Alpine Village train station. Again, very generic, looks kind of unassuming, right? Sells for $400. So you definitely want to investigate Department 56 when you see it. There's a lot of them that are kind of black and white on the outside. Those are those older ones that often are not valuable, but that said, some of those are even valuable. So, the odds are probably stacked more against you if they're black and white boxes, Department 56, as far as value goes. But if you see that green label, that's very good. Often I've seen. Blue label can be good. So, there's different labels, and that's kind of, throughout the years, they've used different labels. But yes, collaborations are good, but sometimes you just got a generic Alpine Village train station that's worth $400. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And next, we have a huge bolo, Harry Potter. Now, of course, as we know, Harry Potter is newer stuff. It's not going to be vintage, but Harry Potter Department 56, good stuff. You definitely want to be on the lookout for it. Now, this is the highest item that I've seen sell for the Harry Potter line. This is the Whomping Willow Tree. Now, this sold for $1,350 new, so you figure used maybe half or a little bit more than that, just depending on the rarity of the set. But really good stuff. And I just want to remind you all, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This actually concludes the video for today, but I hope you've learned something, and I hope you are now even more familiar with what Department 56 stuff is best to pick up to resell. It's so much fun to resell, and I don't know about you, but when I see Department 56 stuff, you know, I'm excited right away, just because I know there's a good chance that it's worth picking up. But again, not every Department 56 figure will be, and people do generally know the value, you know, so you might have to pay up a little bit, but what people may not know, again, is the rarity of the item. So you could still very possibly make some really good money even if you pay up a little bit. So hopefully this is helpful today. And again, my name is Melanie. This channel's name is Crow's Thrifty Finds, and I'll see you next week.